Hi guys, welcome to CAD Recaps. I actually had uploaded this drama before, but there was a problem in the video, so I had to edit it again, and I hope you like it. Our story begins with a famous actress called Yan, walks among reporters, who want to ask her about the rumors that spread about her, about taking prohibited items. Yan ignores them, and enters her house sadly. Her friend Yuk arrives home, and sees her in this condition, and Yan sees in his hand a scenario for a new drama series, but she knows it's not for her, so she tries to convince him to give her this role, because she loved it badly. In front of her insistence, her friend, Yuk, was forced to take her to the production manager, who agrees to give her the role, on the condition that she goes to train in a real law firm, so that she can master the role completely. Yan agrees to work in the law firm, and she goes to one of the most famous one, and there, everyone was surprised that the famous actress will be working with them. And everyone welcomes her happily, except for Khan, the lawyer whom she will work with. Yan goes to him herself, but she was surprised with his cold way with her, and it seems that he don't want to work with her. Khan tells her his rules, and that she'll be like any other person works here. Then Yan goes to her desk. Khan receives a call, and Yan replies, but she didn't know how to transfer the call to Khan's office. Khan sees her, and he goes to it himself. Then, he gave her some papers, she wasn't paying attention, so it fall on the ground, she couldn't grab them, as her dress was too short. Khan grabbed them, and went. Then the staff goes to have lunch, but Yan didn't go with them, because she couldn't go out in public, she felt hungry, and she knew that Khan is still in his office. She went to him to remind him of lunch, thinking he will order some food for them, but she was surprised that he ignores her, and leaves the office, to have lunch outside. But on his way he thought that she is alone, and maybe she can't order herself lunch, and he finally understood her hintings. So he bought her a meal from a restaurant that was near him, and goes back to her, to find the staff came back, and they was with her, and also her business manager came and brought food to her, so Khan didn't give her the food, and by the end of the day, Khan was over with her behaviors, so he yelled at her, telling her she is supposed to be working, even her clothes are not appropriate for the job, and the firm it's not a journey for the spoiled celebrity. Then Yan stays all night studying assistant tasks, to be more skilled in work. But next day, Khan pities her, and apologizes for what he said yesterday, but his way was very cold, that it made Yan more angry at him. Next day Khan receives a call, and Yan answers from her office. Khan thinks she won't be able to transfer the call to his office, so he goes out, but he gets surprised that she has already transferred the call. So Khan knew that she is not spoiled and arrogant girl, who could not master the work, as he thought. The next day, Yan was on her way to work, but she never drove a car herself before, so she was driving very slowly, until someone passed her, and Yan crushed his car. The man got out of the car and started yelling at Yan and hitting her car, but Khan was on his way and he saw what happened. So he went towards her and he stopped the man, as it was his fault, and not hers. In the office, Khan wanted to test Yan's proficiency at work, so he asked her to bring him a judge's list regarding compensation for disturbing neighbors. Indeed, Yan can search for cases and bring the list to him. He smiles at her, and he was finally satisfied with her work. At night, Khan stayed at the office till late, and he saw Yan sleeping in her desk, exhausted. So he decided to invite her to have dinner with him. And after the dinner, he saw a poster with her picture in the trash, so he pitied her, especially that he knew how kind she is, and he extended his hand to greet her, as he now considers her a real assistant. Yan was happy with that, and on her way to him, she stumbled and was about to fall, but Khan catches her quickly. Next day, we see Khan giving her a list of tasks to do. And when she finally finished, she was shocked of him giving her 4 files to copy 15 times. Then Khan takes Yan to meet the opponent's lawyer. Yan didn't want to slow down in her work, so she decided to go, but in disguise so that no one would recognize her. But the lawyer there was suspicious of Yan's identity, so when she came out, he asked if he knew her, or had seen her before. Yan tried to evade him, but the man started harassing her. Then Khan appeared, and asked him not to be impudent. And for the first time, he grabbed Jan's hand and took her out, feeling that he shouldn't forget. She is a celebrity at first place, and he should protect her. Then they begin a new case, and Jan begins secretly searching for information about the case, to show Khan how skilled she is. And when she returns to the office, she finds a girl sitting with Khan, and talking to him about the case Jan is gathering information about. Jan is surprised that the girl tells him wrong information, so she enters to confront her, but Khan scolds her in front of the girl, making Jan sad. At night, she goes to him, gives him some files he wanted, and she asks him to leave early, for her first time since she worked here. And Khan was wondering about the reason. At the time of pleading before the court, Jan was watching Khan pleading very professionally. And he won the case as usual. Jan felt that she liked his character a lot. And when they went out, Khan decided to apologize to her for what he did, and Jan felt very happy with this. Time passed, and then Jan asked Khan to teach her law, as she worked hard the previous days. Khan accepts, and in her way to meet him, Jan thought their date would be like that, but actually, it was like that. Jan was upset, and she got bored quickly, so she asked him to go to another place. And he was surprised that she took him to car cinema. Jan got nervous, but told him it is a movie about law, and she wants to watch it with him. In their way home, Jan sees him smiles. She told him it's the first time she sees him smiling, and Khan felt uneasy. At that day we see Jan sitting before the mirror, and we discover that she has already fallen for Khan. Next day, Jan sees Khan with another lawyer. She feels jealous, and she leaves the place. And a woman comes to the office, and starts to tell them about her ex who started stalking her. He even put a prohibited items in her drinks. Here, we see Jan started feeling anxious as she remembered someone was doing the same for her, and that he was the reason of the rumors spread about her. At night, Khan started to investigate about Jan's case, as he wanted to absolve her. Next day, Jan goes with the client to her house, but there, they found the woman's ex, who came out, and started harassing the woman. Jan tried to get him away from the woman, but he pushed her, and before he hits her, Khan entered the room quickly, and he hit him badly. Then the police came, and arrested the man. At night Jan chats Khan to thank him, and it's obvious to us that he started falling for her too. But we see an unknown person spying on her messages. Next day Khan sends her a message, telling her that he'll be late today, so Jan tells him to take care of himself, and to wear heavy clothes, as it's getting very cold. But when she thinks about what she did, she feels embarrassed. But she found Khan telling her also to do so. At the office, Jan was very happy, so she changed the colors of her desk to pink, and she started writing notes in heart-shaped paper. Khan noticed that and he smiled at her behavior. Next day, Khan was with Jan at the court, and the lawyer that Jan saw with Khan before, came to them. She felt jealous, especially when the girl asked Khan to talk with him alone, so he asked Jan to return to the office alone. And when he went there, he found Jan coming out of his office with her notes, telling him that he didn't deserve it. Then they started working on new case, and Khan asks Jan to go with him to meet the client. Jan prepares food that they will need in their way, but on the way, Khan received a call that their meeting will be delayed by 2 hours. So Khan asks Jan where she want to go to have lunch, but she told him that she prepared food herself, and she wants him to eat it. So they go to a park, and he eats her food, and he loved it a lot. And by the end of the day, Jan was very tired, so she slept in the car. Time passes and one day, Khan was with Jan outside, and he asked her if she loves him. Jan got so nervous, and on seeing her like that, Khan tells her that he meant the meat in the restaurant behind her, and he goes. What makes it worth, is that, Jan's best friend Yuck, came to the company, and he blamed Khan for burdening Jan with work, and she is not his assistant for real, it's just a training period. But Jan comes and takes Yuck away. Khan started feeling jealous and sad. He returned to treat her coldly, telling her that he didn't want to burden her with work as her boyfriend said. Here, Jan tells him that Yuck isn't her boyfriend. And after some days Jan was drunk, she called Khan, and blamed him for treating her coldly, and she told him that she loves him. Khan was happy with that, but suddenly, Yan hangs the phone up. And when she woke up next day, she felt very embarrassed about what she did. And she decided not to go to work today. When Khan knew that, he blamed himself for not confessing his feelings in the phone. He wanted to confess his feelings, so he searched about the Yan on the internet, and at one of her TV interview, Yan said that she loves the man who can confess his feelings towards her in a message. So Khan writes a message for her, and went to meet her. He gave her the message, and when Yan saw the message she felt very happy, and she hugged Khan, and he asked her to go on their first date. And they spend a very lovely time together. And next day, Khan saw Yan in front of his house, and she asked him to go to work together, and he holds her hand happily. Then we see a strange man, staring at Yan's pictures with Khan, and we know that this is the same man who was spying on her messages. At the same time, Yan was with Khan trying to tell him a secret, but she was very nervous. Khan holds her hand, and tells her that she isn't forced to tell him anything, and he hugs her. And we see the same stranger watching then from his car. Time passes and one day, Khan was with Yan in the car, and he notices a car following them. He changes his road, but the car's still following them. Then the car suddenly cut Khan's car off. Khan wanted to go to him, but Yan grabbed his hand in worry, telling him not to go, but he went, and he met the man who told him that he thought that someone else was in the car. When Khan went back, Yan was very terrified, so he reassures her, and she tells him that this man is the one who ruined her life, but Khan tells her that he is now besides her. Then he takes her to the amusement park to relieve her, and he buys her cotton candy. After some time, Khan sees a man taking pictures of Yan. He goes to him, and he manages to take his camera. Yan takes the camera film, and decided to raise a case against him. And next day, when Khan drives Yan home, and on his way, he sees the same man in the car, he feels worry and he decides to go back to Yan. At this time, Yan was at her house, and indeed the man broke into her house, and tried to assault her, but Khan arrived at the right time. He hit the man, and saved her. Police came and they arrested the man. Then, her innocence in the case was revealed, and she got her reputation back. She left Khan's firm, and she got the role in the drama series she wanted, and it was very successful, because her skills that she got in law. Then she and Khan announced their engagement, and they live happily together. This is all for today's drama. If you like it, don't forget to hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel.